Hey everybody, hope you all had a good Labor Day weekend. Hope you got to spend it with uh, friends or family, and it was nice and relaxing. Just to tell you really quickly what we're about to cover, we are going to spend a little bit of time going over stem changing verbs today. Right? So uh, last class or last grammar lesson that we went over was over go verbs. Today it's going to be stem change. So similar-ish concept. Things are going to do a little bit differently than what we think they would. So one thing to remember here is these verbs are all going to have the same endings that we would expect after an AR, ER, or an IR verb of any type. So I won't read you the top part. You guys are smart enough to be able to read. All this stuff is on page 7 of your packets that you have. So one thing that you're going to hear is sometimes we call these either shoe verbs or boot verbs, right? And that's really simply just because we're just going to take our conjugation chart here. We're just going to draw a shoe on it like that. Okay, so that's our shoe. Inside of this shoe, for all of these verbs that we're going to look at, we are going to make our stem change within the shoe and only within the shoe. Okay, we are outside of the shoe. Typically for us and for our class in the nosotros form, there is no stem change. The stem change only happens inside the shoe. Okay, so to do the stem change, it's going to be a few-step process. All right. Step one, we're just going to take the stem. All right. So in this case, for poder, it's everything before the er ending. So it's P-O-D. Right. Then step two, make the change. Okay. So in this case, you see right here, it's an O to U-E. So we're just going to do what it says. Take this O, right, and then change it to a U-E, right? So it becomes P-U-E-D, right? And that's our new stem after the stem change. So once we do that, we're just going to come in here, and everywhere inside of this shoe, we're going to put in P-U-E-D, 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 right? Once we've done that, step three is our endings. Okay? So what's the yo form of an ER verb? That ending is O. Tú puedes, right? Our normal ER endings here. Now, the one place where it's different is in the nosotros form, where we are not going to have a stem change. So it's simply going to be P-O-D still, and then what's our normal ER ending for the nosotros form? E-M-O-S. Super, super easy. I'll walk you through the next one also. So step one, what's our stem? P-E-D. Step two, make that spelling change. This one is E to I, P-I-D. All right, so then we're just going to go in and we're going to fill this in. P-I-D-O, P-I-D-E-S, P-I-D-E, P-I-D-E-N. And then here again, in the nosotros form, no stem change. Let's just pedimos. Super, super, super easy, right? Just remember that we have to have the stem change inside of this shoe. Okay. Now, what about in a case of a verb like empezar, right? It's an E to IE verb, and we see two E's here. It is always, 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 always going to be the E that's closest to the ending, right? So closest to ending, right? So same thing, E-M-P-I-E-Z, E-M-P-I-E-Z, E-M-P-I-E-Z. And then here, we're not going to have it. I'm running out of time on this. I only get 5 minutes, so I'll let you guys fill in the rest.